head soccer coach Stacey Balaam for another episode of UWG Soccer Weekly. Coach, road trip over Mississippi. Let's go back to Friday's game. 1-0 loss to 20th ranked Mississippi College. We talked a little yesterday. You said we deserved to win the game. We had some chances. We had one goal that was disallowed in the offsides. Talk about that game and our performance and the positives you saw.
Well, I mean, first of all, we needed to get back to having a good performance. We'd taken a few hits recently and a few losses, so I think going on the road really helped us. It got us refocused, we were just basically seeking that good performance, an all-round performance, both defensively and offensively. And we had chances, especially, in the second half. We had some clear-cut chances, and like you said, one goal disallowed. Dubious offside call in my mind, but I'm biased. So, we were proud of the maturity and the discipline and the character of the kids, and we set out a lineup that had 5 freshmen, 4 sophomores, and 2 seniors. And so, we were young on the field, and the performance that they put in was something to be proud of. So we knew that we could work off that going into Sunday's game, but it was tough to come off the field after performing so well on Friday and not getting the result that we wanted when we clearly had chances. And unfortunately, we conceded in the last 5-6 minutes of the game off a corner. So, we played them pretty tight and we went neck and neck the whole time, but, we just fell short in the end.
And then Sunday, after we'd lost 3 straight games, didn't score a goal, and then came back Sunday and scored 6 goals. Offense looked really good. That had to be good to see.
Yeah, I mean, they really worked hard for it too. I mean, we scored some different types of goals as well, and obviously lots of different contributors. So, it was good to see. And, if I was to highlight certain players, I thought that Sadie Prince, she's a freshman. She worked really hard for her goals. I wouldn't say that they were the prettiest goals that she could have scored, but she worked hard for them, and it was just basically an example of what you need to do to get in front of goal. And she was just making those runs constantly in behind. She never gave up on loose balls, and that's how she pretty much scored. So that just is an example that we can use to say, it takes a lot to get yourself on the end of, some of these crosses and these through balls. And they put the work in, like on and off the ball. So when we didn't have the ball, they worked hard defensively to try and win it back. And like you said, we came alive in front of the goal.
Well, you kind of stole my thunder for my next question. You don't know this yet, but Sadie Prince named GSC Freshman of the Week. So I was going to ask you about her, but just talk about the improvement just from the freshman class in general, from the day they stepped on campus for camp to now after 14 games of their first year.
Yeah, I mean, we're so proud of them. I mean, they've stayed hungry. One of the biggest things that we always ask of them is to be coachable and to keep learning, keep growing, take those coaching points and apply them on the training field and use them in the games. And, when we watch video to really see, where they can improve next time when they step foot on the field. But all of them, they're a great group of girls. They're really fun to have in the team. Their character, alone just speaks volumes. And, they got a bright future ahead of them.
Coming down the home stretch now, 4 regular season games left, and now we're to the point where you're starting to look at scenarios and what teams are ahead of you, what teams are behind you. Big weekend this weekend, starting Friday with Christian Brothers, a team that's ahead of us in the standings. Talk about that game Friday.
Yeah, there's a lot of us just kind of in the same position fighting for the highest seed, and so that's what now we're focusing on, is staying obviously within the top 8 to go to the tournament, but trying now to fight for the highest seed. And these are the games against CBU. We're both in the same boat, so we're looking for that 3 points, to jump each other and see if we can get higher than one another. So, you never want to travel, but you don't also want to, face the top 2. The top 2 right now are undefeated, though we only lost to them 1-0 both times, West Florida and Mississippi College. So we played them tight, but you want to avoid those top 2 for sure. And so we're trying to get to the higher seed so that we could put ourselves in a better position.
We talked about the freshmen. Let's go to the other side of the spectrum. Sunday, we'll honor 7 seniors for Senior Day. Talk about what they've meant to the program in your 2 years here specifically.
Yeah, I mean, we look to the seniors a lot. You know, we look to them, and I think I said at the beginning of the season, they're the ones that try to set the tone, set the example for the younger ones. And we were constantly trying to challenge those seniors for that leadership and for them to be those mentors on the field and for them to be somewhat the coaches on the field, to lead by example, because they're the most experienced. So they've, you know, gone through the highs and lows throughout their careers and know how to treat certain situations because they've learned from the past. So, you know, we will honour them on Sunday because, you know, they've put in so much work to get this far, and throughout their whole careers from when they were obviously really young, they've put the work in tirelessly, and you know, it's a moment for us to, you know, treasure those memories that we have with them.
All right, weekend gets started Friday at 5 o'clock against Christian Brothers, and then Sunday we'll host Union at 1 p.m. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.